Hey guys, here I am with the final reveal of the Benetton Ford B188 as raced in the 1988 Formula One World Championship. The kit itself was also released in 1988. I was for some reason thinking it came out in 89. Here's the car. Completely done. There was a slight hold up. I was planning on having it done by last weekend. The kit itself is now 25, 26 years old, so the tire decals basically shit the bed on me, and they were just, they're 20, 25 years old. They just dried out, and it was the only part of the decals that did not work. I went through a bunch of them, and I managed to get half of one to stay down onto a tire. So I said, well, that's definitely not going to work. And initially, I was thinking of doing just leaving the sidewalls blank. But quick search, I found a Goodyear Eagle tire paint stencil, and I was able to just spray it on, and it actually looks really good sprayed on like that. All in all, I'm really happy with this kit, how it came out. I'm really proud of how the paintwork turned out, because there was a lot of masking, and when I started it, I was questioning whether or not I was going to be able to pull this off. But yeah, it turned out really nice. I'm really happy with how this kit came out. As far as me reviewing this finished product, it's a Tamiya kit. It goes together. 90% of it, 90 to 95% of it goes together like a Tamiya, like you would expect a Tamiya kit to go together. No issues whatsoever. I will say that for anybody that may build one of these, that has, anybody who may have this in their stash, things to watch out for. As I pointed out in a earlier video, I'm gonna break it doing this. The Benetton logo for the rear wing is a bit of a pain, because you have to put the gap in the E to get it in there, for it to look right. And then there are some decals that are just slightly oversized. The decals for the rear wing are they're just a touch too big. So I had to trim that down a little bit. And then there was another one. There's a little E that goes right inside of the cockpit there. Excuse me. And that was simply just too big. And it just it wasn't having it. It was way oversized for where you're supposed to put it. I went to trim it down, and it just disintegrated on me. So yeah, anyways, that was the only decal that I lost apart from the tire decals. The other thing to watch out for, you can see, the mirrors don't come with any sort of an insert for, mirrors. So I just put some bare metal foil in there, and that looks really good. But what I was going to say is, the other thing to watch out for, so they give you these wires you have a wing brace in the front here. This one's easy. It's an easy bend, just a dab of CA glue on each end, and you're good to go. There's also two in the back. These two in the back were a pain in the ass. You have to bend each of those wires you can actually see this one has got a weird bend in it, and I'll get to that in a second. You have to bend each of those wires in at two different angles, and also two different directions. Really hard to get that right. And while you're doing it, you have, you can't exactly CA it in place or glue it in place, because you have to move it around to get it into, they're meant to go into the suspension in the rear. You can't, they're just a pain in the ass. It's a piece that should have probably been molded in plastic, with the bends in there, so that you didn't have, there was no fiddling around. And the reason I say that is because once I got the bends all in the right directions and at the right angles, I put some CA glue down to glue it in place on either side, and as the CA set up on this one, it shrunk, and it actually pulled the wing. It actually shifted the rear wing on this side. It pulled it forward a little bit. So the wing is not, it is just a little bit off kilter. It's not super noticeable, but I know it's there, and it kind of bugs me. But yeah, again, anybody that may have this kit and is going to build it, be very wary of these wires. I could not tell you a better way of doing it. They were the one thing in the kit that was just a gigantic pain in my ass. But yeah, I mean, you know, overall, it's a great Tamiya kit. It's another great Tamiya kit. It goes together really, really well for the most part, and you know, the biggest issue is going to be the paint job for people. And mine isn't 100% perfect. Realistically, my red should be back about 1/2 millimeter this way on both sides, and then the yellow, the angle on this yellow here should be steeper. But whatever, it looks fine. It's not 100% accurate, but it works for me. So yeah, there it is. 3 months, just a day over 3 months worth of work went into that. So yeah, I'm really happy with this kit. Yeah, I'm just happy to be done with it, and happy to have it as a nice display piece. It also has quite a nice little bit of heft to it too once it's all put together. It's not a light, it doesn't feel like a light plasticky model. But yeah, there it is. I'm super happy with how it came out. Yeah, anyway, on to the next build. The next build, as I've said before, is going to be the Bandai Star Wars kit, the BB-8 R2-D2 thing that I'm doing for a friend. And then I'm going to do another car, I think. I'm getting an itch to do another Gundam, but I think the next build is going to be another one of my race cars. Which one? I'm not sure yet. Anyways, there it is. The Benetton Ford B188. Finally complete. And I love it. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you, bye.